Annual 5K walk and race, which honors organ donors and donor recipients. This walk is a symbol of hope for the 5,000 plus New Jerseyans who continue to wait for life-saving organs, and a remembrance for those who lost their lives while waiting. I had an opportunity to speak with some of the organ donors, donor recipients, and corporate community who made this event possible. I'm here with Elise Glennon, who is the Executive Director of the New Jersey Sharing Network Foundation. Elise, for people who don't know, what is the New Jersey Sharing Network?
New Jersey Sharing Network is the organ procurement organization for the state of New Jersey. Our mission is to save and enhance lives through organ and tissue donation, and we do all the organ recovery for transplant.
Tell us about the event today. It's so great out there. Thousands of people showed up. Who's coming to this event, and how many people altogether showed up?
We have close to 6,000 people on site today. We have teams that are representing donor families. They're representing organ donors and tissue donors who have passed and given the greatest gift. We have families representing recipients, those who have received that gift through organ or tissue donation. We have hospital partners, transplant centers, corporate sponsors, and the community in general all come out to support this great mission.
Last year, at the second annual Race and Walk, you guys raised over $600,000. What's the goal for this year?
This year, we have increased our goal. We're shooting for $750,000 this year, and we look like we're going to make it. We have great team captains, great teams, very supportive.
Tell us about some of the sponsors. I know Pfizer is the lead sponsor of the event, but shout out some of those sponsors that are here today representing and helping out.
You know, we couldn't do this without our sponsors. Pfizer's been here since the beginning with us, since the first year. We have Novartis, we have Genentech, Wells Fargo, Investors Bank, PNC Bank, we have Robert Wood Johnson Transplant Center, Barnabas Health.
The list just keeps going.
Keeps going. We have close to 40 sponsors this year, which is a significant increase over last year. It's really catching on. The corporate sponsors, the hospitals, the transplant centers, and community partners are really seeing the benefit of this event. The awareness that comes out of this single event really does increase the donor registry. It increases people's willingness to make that gift at that time. You know, they really want to support the mission, and we're so happy to have them as partners.
Why is organ donation and getting the word out and educating the community so important to you and the organization?
Well, there are over 115,000 people on the waiting list nationwide and over 5,000 just here in New Jersey. And without that education, those people don't have a chance, don't have a second chance. 18 people die every day waiting for an organ and tissue transplant. I've been here for 3 years. It is a cause very close to my heart. There are so many donor families that I have met that share wonderful stories, and they're just an inspiration to all of us.
I'm here with Morgan Johnson, who is a kidney recipient.
Yes.
Morgan, tell us why you had to receive a new kidney.
Well, when I was 18, I was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, IgA nephropathy, which eventually led to my kidney failure and me needing a kidney transplant.
And how did you get that kidney? Because I know it wasn't just a random donor. You weren't on a donor list, but you got it from a friend, right?
I got it from a perfect stranger. She was a dear friend of mine in college. She and I had several classes together. We both commuted. We went to Keene University. We both commuted to Keene. We had several classes together. We would always hang out on campus, but I could never hang out late because I did dialysis at home while I was sleeping at night. So Kelly would always ask me to hang out with her. That's her name. And I would always tell her no. I would never give her a reason why. But one day she came to me and said, look, what's the big deal? We hang out on campus all the time. Why don't you want to hang out and party with everyone? So I finally shared with her, listen, I'm on dialysis. I need a kidney transplant, and this is why I can't hang out late with you. And at that time, she was working at the Sharing Network and had a chance to research organ donation. And after knowing her for a couple of months, she came to me and said, Morgan, I would like to give you a kidney. Now, I was thinking, this girl's crazy. She doesn't even know who I am. I don't like to owe people things. She has to borrow my shoes. I'd have to say yes because she gave me a kidney. But, you know, being on dialysis at 21, 22 really started to get me down. And she came to me again 6 months later and said, Morgan, if I can give you a kidney, I will. And I just assumed this is God saying, I'm going to throw you this lifeline one more time. So Kelly was the perfect stranger, the perfect match, and she'll be my sister forever.
I'm here with Frank D'Amelio, who is the CFO of Pfizer, and Pfizer is the lead sponsor of the event today, New Jersey Sharing Network. 5K Race and Walk. Tell us why it was so important for your company to be a part of this event.
Well, if you think about the Sharing Network's mission, it's about saving and enhancing lives through organ donation and transplant. And Pfizer's mission is all about extending people's lives and improving their quality of life. So the missions are very complementary. So causes like this is something we're incredibly supportive of.
And tell us about you have your team here today called Just Do It. Tell us about the team.
Yeah, so we're here today for Joe Diadio. Joe is a very dear friend of mine. He passed away in 2009. And before he passed away, he gave the gift of organ donation. And so to date, There's 70 people now whose lives have been saved and enhanced through Joe's organs and tissues. So it's very personal item for me.
Tell us why this event is so important, not just for the donor community, but the community at large here.
So when you think about organ donation, in New Jersey there's approximately 5,000 people waiting for transplants, and nationwide it's about 115,000. So when you think about what's going on here today, and the enthusiasm, the amount of people, these are the kinds of things that are needed to help address this challenge for the state and for the country.
I'm here with Sue Negrin, and Sue, today is such a special day for you. Tell us why.
Today is the 20th anniversary of my heart transplant. I received my gift of life 20 years ago from a 14-year-old girl and her wonderful family who so generously donated her heart to me. And I'm here today walking with my transplant cardiologist, Dr. Mark Zucker, my transplant coordinator, Donna Esposito, and one of my nurses, Dawn Scotto, and my entire family. It's just great.
I'm here with Dorothea, who is currently on the waiting list right now in 2 different hospitals for a kidney. Tell us why you're waiting for a kidney transplant.
I acquired a lovely autoimmune disease about 3 years ago called Wegener's granulomatosis. It's a very uncommon disease, not genetic and not contagious, and they don't know the source of it. So being treated currently through dialysis 3 times a week, and different medications to help suppress the immune system, and patiently waiting for a kidney.
How long have you been waiting so far?
2 years with the one hospital and 2.5 years with the other.
I'm here with Jackie Lou Rea, who is participating today at the New Jersey Sharing Network 5K Race and Walk. Tell us why it was important for you and your family to participate in this event today.
Well, it is so critically important to brag about my mom every time we get a chance. My mom gave the gift of life 3 Januaries ago. We lost her in a car accident, but she, at 68 years old, saved at least 3 people, and with her organ donation and her tissue donations, enhanced the lives of about 43 people and growing. So anytime we get to brag about her, and today's one of those days, and honor her and gather family and celebrate her life, that's why we're here.
And your family, talk about them, because they came from all over the United States and even further, right, to be here today.
Even further. My sister came in from Houston, Texas. My brother came in from Manhattan, so he's a localite, but I have a whole contingency that came in from Canada to be with us today to walk.
Did you know that your mom was an organ donor before she passed away?
Yeah, we did not talk about it, which is one of the things that I talk about with the community. I wish if I could ask her a question, it would be that, because we did make the decision for her. And is it the ideal thing? No, because you always have that question, well, was it the right decision? All indication is absolutely was the right decision to give the gift of life on her behalf, but we're trying to encourage every family to talk about it. It's one thing to check it on the box or tell one person, but you really need to tell anybody who is close to you, so that if an event happens, like it did with my family, everybody's on the same page and there's just minimal questions.
We're with Team Max's Mitzvah Movers, and Debbie, you're the mom here in this group. Tell us about your team and why you started this team.
My Team Max's Mitzvah Movers was made in honor of my son, Sam Prince, who received the gift of life, a heart transplant 2 years ago. And our team was started by my son, Max. And this day last year, June 9th, he had his bar mitzvah. And in honor of his bar mitzvah, he raised money for the Sharing Network. And he has committed himself to spread organ donation awareness. And this is our 2nd year here at the Sharing Network 5K, and we're thrilled to be here.
Max, what motivated you to start this group for your brother?
Him. Sam motivated me because he's such an inspirational story and he's such a hero to me, and how brave he is.
One-on-one with